I think I might have found the Cornservant quest. I've not long finished doing the... What was it I've just done? The healer role quest, and I've just been running around and I've just done some of the quests. I've done a quest up here, I've done some of the quests over here. I was just cleaning up some of the quests because they've been quite short, quite interesting. That one's one of the ones that doesn't give you any quest markers and stuff, so I've ignored that for now. I've just worked my way down and I found this cute little bugger on the dock, and he is curious. So I figured I'd just start recording on the off chance that this is in fact the Cornservant quest. Horn of Necessity. You happened upon a That's a great start, isn't it? Can't even do the English. You happen upon a curious cob of corn that almost seems alive. Rustle, rustle. The rustling of this corn sounds not unlike a dejected sigh, and you could swear it is looking out at the ocean. Oh, woe is me. Are you alright? You can see me? Nods. Oh, blessed be! For countless ages have I watched over these lands. When man first tilled a soil, I was there. When they partook of her bounty, I was there. A silent guardian of the harvest, my presence unmistakable. This is going to be a treat, isn't it? Yet the passage of time would bring change to the people. They began to forget the old ways. Forget me. I travelled the lands hither and yon, yet no matter where I went, I remained unseen and unheard. I'd feared before long I might shook this nigh immortal cob. Yet here at the last I have found a kindly soul able and willing to lend me an ear. But will she lend me a hand as well, I wonder? I wish to help the people of Taral, fill their hearts and bellies both, lest their hunger invite terrible misfortune. All that are born into this world are deserving of happiness, would you not agree? So let them eat, I say, eat corn and be merry. Ah, alas, I cannot reach them in my diminished state, but you can, and so I shall bequeath unto you the most delectable corn dishes, which are to then be distributed to the masses. What say you? This is going to be a quest chain, isn't it? Such selflessness, such compassion. How long has it been since last I met a soul so grossly Oh my god. It's Solaire. It's freaking Solaire from Dark Souls. Grossly incandescent is what they should have said there, but I suppose people might have missed the reference otherwise. I am but a humble stalk basking in the warmth of your generous heart. Well, my friend, let us be off. The curious corn spirit is elected to be referred to as the Cornservant. Speak them in again when you are ready to spread corn and happiness to the masses. Well, the internet is for corn. He's got a very nicely textured kind of... I was going to say bandana, but it's not, is it? It's a... bandolier is the word I was after. Goodness, how long has it been since last man has partaken of my corn? I can hardly wait. The hungry bellies of Taral cry out for satiation. Let us sally forth. The Cornservant is now following you. Keep them at your side in order to proceed with quest objectives. Okay. Hey, Zodiac, you and the Cornservant want to say it now? Okay. Speak with the hungry citizens of Tuliolal while the Cornservant is accompanying you. Ah, what am I to do now? I'm like to starve at this rate. His belly! It speaks to me! I bid you offer him this grilled corn, seared to perfection with the hope that yet burns in my corny bosom. Is that grilled corn? Me? Odd. That's awful kind of you. I'm new to Tuliol and it's been pretty hard. Harder since I lost my job. I've been so hungry lately I can barely think straight. Ah, but the smell of this corn with its smoky sweet aroma has brightened my day. I can hardly wait to eat it, so I should probably just shut up and get on with it. Ah, feels like maybe my luck's starting to turn around. Thank you, miss. I won't forget this. Nom nom nom. He runs. We are doing the corn's work. A hungry woman. Oh, perhaps I'll simply skip lunch today. Her belly and heart both in dire need of nourishment. Here, take of my cob. Let its earthy scent and savoury flavours offer her comfort. Yes, the Cornservant requires the kind of pompous knight voice. Grilled corn? Oh, my husband loved grilled corn. Life simply isn't the same without him. One moment I think I'm fine, then suddenly I find myself brought to tears. Even eating has been a struggle, but I know he wouldn't want me to mourn him. Thank you for this. I'll try to do better, for his sake and mine. Well done, Cornservant. Well done. A hungry Mamul jar. I'm so hungry, but I have no money. May the gods forgive me for what I'm about to do. Do you hear that, friend? His belly weeps from hunger. Pray offer him this corn. Let its smoky sweetness give him comfort and deliver him from foul temptation. Is this grilled corn for me? Truly? My stomach has been in knots for days. Thank you. It shames me to admit it, but I tried my hand at gambling and lost everything. I was so desperate for food I was tempted to do terrible, terrible things. Oh, this corn has filled my aching stomach and helped to clear my head. Oh, what a fool I've been. It's time I start over and get my life together. Ah, the rumbling of bellies in need has ceased. Come, let us find a quiet place to speak. Interesting place amidst the saga. Full glad am I to have helped the people of Tuliolal. Indeed, my kernels swelled with joy at the sight of their happy and content faces. And you, friend, your kindness cannot go unrewarded. Meet me at the gate over yonder, and I will see you duly compensated for your trouble. With what? You are a walking corn cob. Adorable to the extreme. Do not get me wrong. You could repay me with cuteness. But he has not yet offered us. I'm intrigued as to where this is going to go. There you are. I hope our little excursion was as fulfilling for you as it was for me. It is a terrible thing to be hungry. Unattended bellies are quick to fill themselves with pain and anguish, feelings that will lead the heart astray. Thanks to you, my corn has sated the hunger that would otherwise invite misery to this place. From the bottom of my cob, I thank you. Pray, take of my corn. May these kernels keep your belly full and spirits lifted. Now, I really must be going. While the people of Tuliolal may be content, there are other hungry souls out there in need of nourishment. Until we meet again. Crafting material. He is heading out. You can't see me sighing wildly at the name of this particular quest. I'm going to take a guess that the Cornservant is going to take us on a journey. So let us do a quick sweep of this zone for anything that looks a little bit corny. Ha! There you are. What is your quest called? Stretched Thin. The Cornservant rustles with excitement at the sight of you. My my friend! What brings you all this way? Taking in the sights, sounds, and flavours of Tyrell, I trust. As you might have guessed, there is a Haru in need of my assistance. And as I yet lack the strength to make myself seen, I am in need of your assistance. Follow me. I shall take you to them. Okay, so my suspicions, such as they are, have proven correct. Oh no! My stomach. I can't stand this rationing any longer. My house was flooded in the recent storm, causing most of my food to spoil or rot. I've taken great pains to make what little I have last, but it's simply not enough. I see. She requires food with longevity. Then she shall have the driest of corns my cob can muster. And there, this should suffice. My word. Yeah, that was emotional and impactful voice acting, wasn't it? My word, is all this dried corn for me? It will be many moons before I could hope to diminish such a bountiful store, and the crunch is certain to be sublime. Thank you, kind stranger. Ah, there is hope for the future yet. Other children will be thrilled. Oh. She seemed quite taken with the dried corn. That is well. I shudder to think what havoc spoiled foods might play on her stomach and bowels. Hunger might well be the least of her problems. Thanks to your timely assistance, however, she and her family will have all the corn they need to help them weather their hardships. Yet there are other empty bellies that beckon, and so I must away. Take care, friend. I hope to see you again. I was wondering whether the direction the Cornservant wandered off in was going to be any indication of where we might find them next, or whether I need to visit Okopacha. Wanting to buy Cornservant. Please send tell. Right, Cornservant. Dost thou hide from me? You're not the Cornservant. Nor you. Why, hello there. Too much of a good... Yeah, okay. I thought it might be that one, but I wasn't going to guess. You'd recognise the rustle of this corn anywhere. Well, well, if it isn't my dear friend from Tuliolol. I do hope your days, as well as your stomach, have been full of merriment and cheer since last we met. Nod. Glad to hear it. I was just passing through when a faint rumbling caught my attention. The unmistakable sound of a belly in need. How fortuitous that fate would also guide you here. Might I impose upon you to help me once more? If you would lend an ear to the poor boy's troubles, I'm going to sneeze. 1 second. I can determine how best to lend an ear of my own. Oh, that's made my eyes water. A peckish pelu. If you come for business, I'm afraid I'm much too tired right now. It's strange, really. No matter how much I sleep or try to sleep, I suppose, it never seems to be enough. Despite the weird grumbling in my stomach, I have no appetite. I recognise a lover of corn when I see one. The problem, I believe, is that he eats only corn. He is exhibiting clear signs of malnourishment for lack of a well-balanced diet. Though my dominion is only over that which is corn and kernelled, there may yet be a way we can help him. Prepared with lime water, my corn can be enriched with additional nutrients. Behold, a rich and creamy corn soup. Surely this will help remedy what ails him. That soup will help me feel better. Oh, a corn soup. It really is the best of the foods. I can't get enough of it. I never thought eating only corn could be bad for me, but there's no denying how terrible I've been feeling lately. I suppose I need to be more creative with my corn cooking. Thanks for this. You give me much to think about. The internet is for corn. Ah, nothing like a nice warm corn soup to warm the belly and the heart. Let this be a reminder, my friend. It is possible to have too much of a good thing, even corn. But in moderation, together with other herbs, spices and flavourings, you can enjoy a cornucopia of delectable delights. I believe our work here is done, but know that where there are those in need of sustenance, I will be there. Very well. Yes. Now. Where might he have gone next? Yaktel? I guess? Stomach for change. That has potential. That sounds food related. Aha! You could swear the Cornservant was beaming at the sight of you. Ah, so we meet again. You're looking well, my friend. Unfortunately, there is at least one Jabral here who is not well, and so I am come to offer them succour and sustenance. Alas, my words yet lack the strength to reach them. Might I prevail upon you to help me, to help them in my stead? They are right this way. You are a helpful little fellow, Cornservant. A friend to all. You're the companion of the third promise, aren't you? I've heard tell of your great strength and valour. She's the Dawnservant now. Now I aspire to do great things much like you. I fear I've not the stomach for it. Quite literally, in fact. My family is constantly telling me I must eat meat if I'm to build my strength, but my stomach protests every attempt. I simply cannot digest it. Ah, sensitive stomach is it? What he requires is something filling and nutritious, yet suitable for a delicate constitution. I need but take a generous helping of my corn, raise it to a gentle boil, and there! This corn porridge should do nicely. A porridge? Made from corn? Even my stomach should be able to handle such a dish, and it looks quite delicious. Thank you. Everyone was so insistent that I find a way to consume meat, I never gave thought to alternatives to build up my strength. You've given me much to think about. Well done, Cornservant. It is well that his stomach is amenable to my corn-based cuisine. How vexing it must be, struggling to eat food, knowing full well it disagrees with you, ultimately having little to show for your efforts. But by adjusting his diet, he may yet find his own path. That it should be potentially paved with corn makes it all the sweeter, I say. Speaking of paths, I must follow mine elsewhere, for the clarion call of hungry bellies beckons once more. Stay well and stay fed. Okay. Maybe it doesn't start with the Cornservant. Or maybe I just didn't see him because I'm rubbish and need to go and get my eyes tested. For example, hey Cornservant. The Cornservant's rustling can only mean one thing. Ah, how good to see you! Keeping your belly full throughout your adventures, I hope. Yes. Most terrible stomach rumbling drew me to this place. But I'm afraid I cannot yet make my presence known to the people here. Might I beg your assistance once more? It is an otherwise strapping Tanawatman man in dire need of sustenance. If you would follow me. Do you feel it? That foul wind sweeping across the wilds? Stings like there's pain in my stomach every time I think about what I did. All I wanted was to get away from home, get out of inheriting that damn farm. I thought if I could find ceruleum out here, I'd strike it rich. So I used every pelt of my own to buy mining equipment and I started digging, day in and day out, hoping to find something, anything to recoup what I'd lost. All I found since coming here is disappointment. Oh dear, his stomach is gripped by deepest despair. What he needs is something to rekindle the flame. Yes, I see what you have done there, localizers. To rekindle the flame of hope in his belly. This should serve corn... No. This should serve corn roasted with the fiery passion that burns in my bosom. Okay. Roasted corn? Oh, that takes me back. I used to cook this stuff all the time. Gods, I was such an horrible kid. Never listened, always complained. But she loved me anyway. If anything happened to me out here, I don't want to think about it. I should go home and apologise. Maybe see about working those corn crops. Ah, thank goodness we arrived when we did. The roasted corn served well to help remedy what ails him so. Left unchecked, his frustration may well have led to anger he could unleash on himself or others. With a full belly, however, he had the clarity of mind to remember what matters most to him, his family. The rumbling of bellies has ceased here in Swati, so I believe it is time I took my leave. Take care, my friend. I'm going to take a guess that we want to go to the outskirts. This is the last place you're expecting to find... No, the last place I'd be expecting to find the Cornservant is Living Memory. My, what a pleasant surprise. I hope you've been well since the appearance of this peculiar place. When first hearing the rumble of a stomach coming from within this dome, I mistook it for the roar of thunder. But sure enough, there was indeed a poor soul in need of my assistance. Would that I could make myself seen to them. I can but assume it was fate that guided you here to see them given the help they need and deserve. Please, follow me and I shall take you to them. This is a very simple chain of quests, and yet it is entertaining. Not just because I'm a fan of the old Souls games. I don't actually even like Dark Souls 1. Try the vegetables from the outskirts, they said. You could stand to eat this swill. I can't do it. I won't. A man of favor keep deserves better than this. With the perfectly manufactured rations, the production facility full to bursting with nutrients, I could easily work for days with little rest, but this... I seem to starve myself until my work's done. A rather sophisticated palate, it would seem. Perhaps if I take a generous helping of my kernels, and apply a little heat, and... There! Let us see what it's... Hi, Triskellin. Let us see what he thinks of my popped corn. Oh, hello. What in blazes is this? This is absolutely delicious. Light and fluffy, yet also crunchy and perfectly salted. I've never seen such a thing in Solution 9. And you say this was made from a vegetable? Oh, it appeared plants grown down here not to be underestimated. I believe I owe the farmers an apology. You can't survive on popcorn. Hey, that's... Haha! The popcorn was a rousing success. He convinced himself that food should simply be taken as they are, never realizing they can become so much more given the right preparation. Oh, it was heartening to see something so simple as popped kernels could give him a newfound appreciation for food. And with that, I believe our work here is done. I can scarcely imagine where my search for bellies in need of nourishment will take me next. Wherever that may be, I shall be glad to see you there. Safe travels, my friend. Safe travels, Cornservant. Right, is he now going to be in Solution 9? Yes, he is. Cornservant, you are here. A pleasant yet expected surprise. Oh, this is the last one. We are going to get to the Cornservant. So we're not going to see him in Endless Memories, unless we are. The Cornservant seems to be marvelling at the sights of Solution 9. Good to see you, my friend. I hope you've been well. I, for one, couldn't be better. Is this place not absolutely splendid? A far cry from any other town I've visited thus far. The silence of their bellies is practically deafening. My ear can hear not a single soul in need of nourishment. Might you be willing to help this old cob find his way about the place? Perhaps together we can find someone in need of corn. I knew I could count on you. If you've any preparations to make, pray take your time. I shall remain here, ready and waiting. Oh, okay. Are you ready, my friend? Surely there is at least one soul here that seeks fulfillment. Wherever they may be, I'm sure we can find them. Together! The Cornservant is now following you. Come, Cornservant. Let us embark upon a journey of corn discovery together. A disgruntled Hyun. Am I hungry? No, not at all. Although Solution 9 was recently attacked, the production facility remains intact to supply us with all the food we can ask for. I can hear not a growl nor a rumble coming from this one's belly. Perhaps we should look elsewhere. Maybe his quest for... Oh yes, the Arcadian's now on, isn't it? Because of the end of the MSQ. I actually haven't been down here since completing the MSQ because I've been busy doing role quests and job quests and just lots of leveling and lots of trust dungeons, which have not been the most exciting or thrilling, it has to be said. But we're coming on a pace. We've got up to Kryle's 94, Alizé's 95, Thancred's 95, so I need to do at least one more Blood of Wakazuma. Am I feeling peckish? That's a rather curious thing to ask about. The only thing I'm worried about is nursing this injury from the recent attack. Food's the least of my concerns. So, the twinge of pain I felt in her was from an injury, not hunger. I am afraid so, Cornservant. I am afraid so. Maybe there is no more need for you, Cornservant. Maybe you can rest. A disgruntled Shatona. Do I look hungry to you? No, I don't need food, but I could certainly do with a drink. I wouldn't do for an energy drink right about now. Just one and I could easily keep working all day. Yeah, we were close, but not quite right. Let's just keep searching. I have this far managed to avoid any spoilers for the Arcadian. The only thing that I have heard is that the music for one of the fights is supposed to be quite fun. But as of yet, nothing has been spoiled for me as regards the fights. Realistically, I should have gotten around to doing them, but I've not been great this week. Not been up at a time when people are going to be on doing stuff either. Trying to get a raid at 3 o'clock in the morning, not likely to happen. you okay? You want to know if I'm feeling hungry? I suppose you could say I do. Strange thing to say in a place like this, where most if not all of our needs are easily met. I wouldn't normally ask this of someone I don't know. I wouldn't normally ask this of someone I don't know, but I speak candidly about something. It's not every day someone takes an interest in my problems. I'm not sure why, but recently I've been able to taste anything, no matter what I eat. Because of that, I've been gradually losing interest in food. I realise I have to eat for the sake of my health, but now it's become a chore I'd rather avoid altogether. How terrible! Life without flavour is no life at all. Oh, but how am I to help her? I've got it! First, I shall grind corn into powder, work it into a dough, then use heat to make thin shells. Then we mix together several extra ingredients, lay them into the shells, and there, the most tantalising of tacos. Surely this will reawaken her taste buds. God knows how this looks. I have suddenly acquired these tacos for you. You've prepared something for me, but I told you I'm not really in the mood. Trust me, you're going to want to try this. Fine, if you insist. It certainly has an interesting smell. Oh, that was incredible. I can't remember when last I've had anything so delicious. There was someone who used to make these for me when I was younger, I think. It was their specialty. I wish I could remember who, but I'm afraid that memory is lost to me. Like as not, they're in the cloud now. Something tells me they were quite near and dear to my heart, but it's all a blank now. I'm not sad about it, but I do feel a strange, lingering sense of loss. It's hard to explain. The feeling grew over time, and before I knew it, my sense of taste was gone. This food, the texture, the smell, the taste, it takes me back to my youth. Thank you, traveller. I've been reminded of something very precious that would have remained lost if not for you. I promise to do better about eating from now on. In all honesty, I think the Ellison have benefited the most from the graphics update. And thank you, little corn cob. Your cooking was simply divine. She can see you. Just when all hope seemed lost, corn has prevailed once again. Oh, it was admittedly shocking to discover that even in a world where no one goes hungry, there could be such terrible discontent. But with a little corn and know-how, we rekindled the memories of happier times in her. Oh, it does my cob good to see all go to plan. What's more, she was able to see me, through the power of corn and happiness, no doubt. I've seen a great deal on my travels thus far, and helped no few people find satiation. There's still much of Toral I've yet to see, and more bellies in need of nourishment. I wish you well, my friend. May your belly ever be full, and your days filled with happiness. And we have acquired our own Cornservants. Sorry, Zodiac, I'm afraid. The demigen is for corn. Who is a good Cornservant? Well, that was lovely. I'm just going to take a check. I don't think there's going to be a follow-up in living memory now that we have got the Cornservant minion, but he has wandered off. I've just realised that that's a pun on the annals of history, and I'm not happy about it. No, that looks like that is our lot. Let us return to Tuliolo, just on the off chance that he has returned. No, I think that's our lot. If I find any more steps for the Cornservant, which I'm not expecting to because we've got the minion, I shall add them in at the end of this. That was really funny. I enjoyed that. None of the quests were challenging or difficult or required much of anything at all, except a bit of flying around and a bit of teleporting and a bit of guesswork as to, which one was the Cornservant quest. But I thought that was really cool. The fact that he is essentially Corn Solaire is not lost on me. I find that very entertaining as somebody who appreciates the original Dark Souls, even if I don't actually like it as a game. Heresy, I know. Didn't like Dark Souls or Dark Souls 2, or really Demon Souls all that much, although the remake certainly made it pretty. So yes, that has entertained me. That has entertained me. Hopefully what little commentary I've offered during this is probably one that I should have had the camera on for, but again, I've not been in any states, and my voice is... I've done a couple of hours of recording today, and my voice is wrecked, sadly. I need to go to the doctors. Anyway, the Cornservant is ours. What a friend he is to those in need, to those who are hungry. Grossly incandescent. Have a grossly incandescent day, folks. Thank you very much for watching. Stay safe. Stay grossly incandescent. Cheerio. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, why not click the like button and consider subscribing. Remember, you can ring the bell notification icon to get notified when new videos go live. And until next time, cheerio.